Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today, what a wonderful day it is. It's still Monday, January 20th, 2025. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Do y'all see that? Did you see that? What just happened? Or am I imagining things? Am I the only one imagining this happening? You remember the old saying, first of all, you had to be poor to know what I'm talking about. You had to have grown up poor or in an environment that had roaches. See, I come from a place, a time where, few people had roaches. Some of y'all might not know what roaches are. But if you know what roaches are, and if you have any experience dealing with roaches, you know that when the light's on, they like to hide. When the lights are off, they like to come out and play. And when you turn the light back on, they scatter. You ain't got to say a word. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got nothing. Just turn the light on, and the roaches going to take off running. They don't like the light. The light exposes what they doing because they up to no good. They rummaging and pillaging stuff that don't belong to them. You know, that's what roaches do. You got your groceries in there. You got your food, your water, just whatever. They don't work. They don't do nothing. They just come and pillage and scavenge your stuff. And no, you ain't got to leave it scattered all about and laying out or whatever. They'll crawl up in your corn pops. It'll be more than just raisins in your raisin bran. Because they'll crawl up in there and they'll blend in with your raisins. And if you ain't careful, you're going to have a funny kind of crunch and a funny taste when you eat your raisin bran. See, that's what roaches do. They serve no benefit at all. They only come to pillage and scavenge other folks' stuff. They ain't doing the right thing. Just like people that don't do the right thing, roaches, when they ain't doing the right thing, you turn the light on them, you expose what they're doing, and they take off running because they don't want to be exposed. Ladies and gentlemen, in America right now, the light back on, and we got roaches running, scattering, getting somewhere, finding somewhere to hide, to keep from being exposed, to keep from being stepped on. You know when you step on them big old cockroaches and they Anybody ever stepped on a cockroach and you can feel him pop between your feet and the floor? That's what we're dealing with right now. January 20th, 2025. Somebody just turned on the light and the roaches are scattering. For the last few years, ladies and gentlemen, America has been under attack, has been scavenged, pillaged by roaches. Roaches have been running loose all throughout America, all throughout our government. From the top all the way to the bottom. Just look at Chicago, New York, California. Roaches everywhere. But these roaches got 2 legs. We're dealing with some 2-leg roaches. Cockroaches. Disgusting. Nasty. Enemies to mankind. Roaches, if you don't get rid of them, will make you and your family sick. Roaches carry disease, pestilence. Yes, they do. The pesticide business is a $1 billion a year industry. That's how important it is to get rid of them damn roaches. Ladies and gentlemen, the people of America, we just voted for the raid. Hot Shot, whatever brand you like, Bingo, whatever brand you like to use. America just voted for the raid, for the Hot Shot, for the Bingo. America just voted to turn the lights back on. Get rid of these roaches that have been running amok throughout our country. And it's like we've been overrun. Have you ever been in somebody's house? Well, if you grew up in the projects, you have. I know I did. This old lady next door. See, you ain't got to have roaches. But if your neighbor got roaches, guess what? You got roaches. And I remember going to my neighbor's house once upon a time in the projects. And it was roaches everywhere. I have never seen that many roaches in nobody's house in my life other than this lady here. I ain't gonna say her name because she was a good person. America reminds me of Miss, I ain't gonna say her name, her house. With all the roaches we've been having running loose around here. And I remember going in her house, asking myself, saying to myself, do she not see all these roaches? Do she not see them? They all up on the wall. They walking in lines. Lines of them like they going to lunch at school. They walking in line. The roaches got order. I'm like, do she not see all these roaches? And I've been asking myself these last few years in this country, to the Democrats, did y'all not see all them roaches? The Biden roach, the Kamala Harris roach, the Pelosi roach, the Harry Reid roach. They're everywhere, eating, crapping on your floor, crapping in your cornflakes, crawling off into your Raisin Bran and dying, and then your baby eat it and get sick, leaving droppings all in the corner of America. Now, a few years later, we looking at the results that the roaches left behind. Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon. If y'all live in these places, y'all know what I'm talking about, what it look like now. A disaster area. Drug infestation everywhere. Portland, Oregon, the roaches made drug use legal. Yeah, it is. It's legal. You want to go out there to Portland and use your little smack, a little this, a little that, no problem. Pop you a few pills, and now their homeless population has exploded because of the roaches. We left the light off for too long, and we allowed the roaches to take over. our country. And they've been spreading their disease, the mindset, the disease of wokeness. Wokeness is a disease. Not being able to say, I'm a man or a woman. We can't classify just two genders. We got to allow you to be this, that, or you want to be a billy goat, you want to be a werewolf, you want to be the Aquaman, whoever you want to be. You can be it, and we got to accept it. When the roaches are in charge, that's what you're going to get. When the roaches are in charge, when the roaches are allowed to run loose unchecked, you can put tampons in the boys' bathroom. When the roaches are allowed to run loose, you can be an 8, 9-year-old child and decide you don't want to be what you were born as anymore, and your parents can't do nothing about it. If you want to chop your wood off at 8 years old. That's what happens when the roaches are in charge. When the roaches are in charge, your military is invaded, is infested with roaches. Now we got fighting men and women, supposed to be fighters. That's what we used to call our military, our fighting men and women. They all on TikTok making twerk videos. The men! You thought I was going to say the women? No. Since the roaches been in charge, we got men in military uniform, police uniform, firefighter uniform, our best and brightest, twerking, backing that thing up. Men. Boy, you look good. Back that thing up. That's what they hearing in their head. That ain't what I'm saying. We got men backing that thing up in our military uniform. You know why? Because the roaches said it was okay. See, the roaches been in charge. But now we done turned the lights on. And the roaches scrambling. Keep the light on, ladies and gentlemen. We'll leave the light on for you. It's a new day in America. It's a long time coming. America is sick. We are sick right now. Anything goes. You want to marry Billy Goat? No, go out there to California. They'll work it out for you. You want to marry an ostrich? Go on out there to California. They'll work it out for you. You should be able to do whatever. You should love whoever you want to love. We are sick. I told y'all, roaches spread sickness and disease. Sickness and disease has spread throughout America because we have let the roaches run loose. But the light on, and they scattering. I want to hear a bunch of pop, 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 roaches being stepped on. Get them out of here. Roaches say there's no need for no borders in your country. Anybody should be allowed to come on in. Don't need to know who they are. None of that. Come on in. Welcome. That's what a roach say. Because they're sick. They spreading sickness and disease. Roaches say we don't need no strong military. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to us. Make love, not war. Turn the other cheek. Even though we living in a hostile, dangerous world. I know it's getting dark, ladies and gentlemen, but you can hear me. Holler if you hear me. America is about to get well again. We've been sick for a long time. It's time for some healing. I ain't talking about no sexual healing. Marvin Gaye. America is sick because we've allowed these roaches to spread their disease and their pestilence all over this great country. Now we got children thinking it's okay to say they don't know what they are. Now we got children thinking you're supposed to call them they, them, it, or us. You have to accept that. Not anymore. A change has come. It's been a long time coming. Change is here. Somebody just turned the light on. And them roaches scattering. Get it? Got it good. Bye.